What took me 25 years to learn, I'm gonna share with you in just 9 minutes. Because hey, I respect your time. You've probably heard it all before, right? Chase happiness or success is the key to fulfillment. But here's the hard truth. Those ideas, they're lies. Chasing happiness and success is like climbing a mountain you think will bring you peace, only to realize it was the wrong one. Happiness is fleeting. It's just a feeling. And success, it's meaningless if you don't have peace. What really matters is climbing the right mountain, the one that brings you peace, self-worth, and growth every single day. And it starts with asking yourself 5 life-changing questions. These questions change the trajectory of my life. And if you take the time to answer them honestly, they'll change yours too. If I couldn't fail, what would I dare do? Fear holds us back more than anything. We're afraid of failing. We're afraid of being judged, afraid of falling short. Sometimes we're even afraid of succeeding because it might disrupt the life we know. But what if failure wasn't possible? What dream would you chase? What risk would you take? If money wasn't an object, what would I do with my life? Money controls so much of what we do, how we live, how we prioritize, even what we allow ourselves to dream about. But take money out of the equation for a moment. What would you do purely because it fulfills you? And if this question lights something up inside you, share it with me in the comments. I'd love to know, what would you do if money wasn't an object? Sometimes just putting it out into the world can be the first step towards making it real. What is my definition of real success? Not what society expects of me. Society hands us a checklist, big job, a nice house, and the perfect family. But those things aren't guarantees of happiness or peace. So ask yourself, what does success look like to you? Not to society, not your family or peers, to you. What would I do if I wasn't afraid of being judged? Most of us live our lives with one eye on what others think, right? But here's the truth, no one else is living your life. So what would you do if you weren't afraid of people's opinions? What dreams, choices, or actions are holding you back on because you're afraid of being judged? What's one small thing I can start doing today to align with the person that I want to become? Big changes don't happen overnight. They're built on small, consistent actions. For me, one thing I do every day is ask myself, what does my audience need? I keep growing and educating myself so I can serve you better and help you take charge of your life. Because too many people climb the wrong mountain, chasing external validation instead of building unshakable self-worth. So what's one thing you can do today to move you closer to who you want to be? Write it down, act on it. It doesn't have to be huge, but it has to be intentional. So why am I telling you this? Because I've been there. For years, I chased happiness and success, believing that's what would make me whole. I tied my happiness to my work, my relationships, especially my intimate ones, and what others thought of me. And for a while, it worked. I hit milestones, I achieved goals, but the happiness, it didn't last. The higher I climbed, the emptier I felt, and when things went wrong, as they always do, my happiness crumbled because I tied it to things outside of myself. And that's when I realized I was climbing the wrong mountain. And I don't want you to make the same mistakes. Here's why chasing happiness is a trap. Happiness is just a feeling, and like all feelings, it's temporary. Society sells us this idea that if we just achieve more or have more, we'd be finally happy. And success, it's hollow if it's not rooted in something deeper. Achieving goals for the sake of validation doesn't make you whole. It just keeps you chasing the next thing. When you tie your happiness and success to things outside of yourself, your work, your relationship, your image, you're building your life on a shaky foundation. And when that foundation shifts, everything comes crashing down. So if happiness and success are not the answer, what is? For me, it came down to 2 things: peace and progress. Peace isn't about having a perfect life. It's about finding stability within yourself so no matter what's happening around you. It is about cultivating gratitude, being present, and letting go of the need for external validation, and progress. Progress is what gives life meaning. When you're growing, you're alive, you have a sense of feeling of progress, and that feeling is far more fulfilling than any fleeting moment of happiness. Here's the bottom line. Life is about climbing the right mountains. Stop climbing the wrong ones. Those built on chasing happiness, validation, or someone else's version of success. Your mountain is waiting. And it starts with answering these 5 questions. Write them down, reflect on them, and act on them. When you reach the top of your mountain, you'll find something far greater than happiness or success. You'll find peace, you'll find fulfillment, and most importantly, you'll find yourself. Truthfully, there's so much I've learned in 25 years, but one lesson that stands above the rest. Pain doesn't have to hold you back. It can push you forward. Pain isn't the end, it's the beginning of transformation. So if you're ready to take this further, click here to discover how regret isn't your enemy, it's your greatest teacher. And that lesson might just unlock the clarity you've been searching for.